we will look at factorizing the sum and the differences of cubes. I want us to start with something obvious. I want us to multiply a plus b by a squared minus ab plus b squared. So we want to expand, remove those brackets and simplify. Remember that a can be multiplied by a squared, and that will give us a cubed. Then a is multiplied by negative ab, and that will give us minus a squared b. Then a is multiplied by b squared, and that will give us ab squared plus ab squared. And then we will take b and multiply that by a. That will give us a b multiplied by a squared. That will give us a plus a squared b. I'll put it here because I can see there is another a squared b there. Then b multiplied by negative ab will give us negative ab squared. Then b multiplied by b squared will give us b cubed. So if you take this now and add them up, obviously this will give you a 0, those will give you a 0. So you will end up with a cubed plus b cubed. Right, so that is the answer. What this means is it tells us that a cubed plus b cubed is actually the same thing as a plus b multiplied by a squared minus ab plus b squared. And now this here is the factorized form. So if you are required to factorize a cubed plus b cubed, then that would be your answer there. Please look at that and take note of some features of the answer. Do you realize that the a that you see there is actually the cube root of a cubed, and the b that you see there is the cube root of b cubed? There is a plus sign here because there is a plus sign in the beginning there. And the other thing is, in the second bracket, we have a squared. Just link that to this. So there was an a there, now we have a squared here. There was a b here, and now we have a b squared there. So the plus b, that is the b that is here, is now squared there. Then in this bracket there is a plus sign. So in that bracket there will be a minus sign. So if there is a plus sign in the first bracket, then there should be a minus sign in the second bracket in the middle term. Those are some of the things that you need to take note of. So similarly, if you are given a cubed minus b cubed to factorize, this is now difference of cubes because there is a minus. All you do is draw these brackets. The first two should be smaller because you're just going to fit in 2 terms. The second one you need to fit in 3 terms. Right, it says difference of cubes, so there is a minus sign, so the minus will go in the first bracket. Then all you need to do is work out the cube root of a cubed, and that is a. Then work out the cube root of b cubed, and that will give us a b. Right, so we are taking cubes, or rather cube roots. The cube root of a cubed is a, and the cube root of b cubed is b. Then in the second bracket, the a should be squared. Whatever is in the position of your a, they should be squared. So in this case, we take that a and we square it. Right, there's a minus in the first bracket, so there will be a plus in the second bracket. All terms in the second bracket will be positive. Now, how do we get the middle term? if you go back to our example there, we need to take the A and the B and multiply them together. So the whatever is taking the position in A there and whatever is in the position for B there, those should be multiplied by each other. And so that will give us AB in this case. Then that's a plus sign again. Then we take the B and we square it and we get B squared. Let's look at another. Right, this is the sum, because there is a plus sign, this is the sum of cubes. 8x cubed is a cube and 27y cubed is a cube. First of all, take note there is no common factor, so you can't factorize, you can't take out a common factor for this, but obviously this is a sum of 2 cubes. So what we do is we need to draw our brackets like that. Well, that's a plus, so we will have a plus in the first part. And then we need to take the cube root of the first term. What is the cube root of 8x cubed? And that will be 2x. Then the cube root of 27y cubed will be 3y. All right. Then in the second bracket, take note we have a plus in the first bracket, so there will be a minus in the middle term of the second bracket. So somewhere in the middle there we will need a minus. But the first part should be what you get when you square 2x. So you need to take 2x and square it. That will give you 4x squared. Right, so we need 4x squared here. And then the middle term is found by multiplying these two numbers. So if you multiply 2x by 3y, that will give you 6xy. So we need a 6xy here. And yeah, that will be negative because we said the middle term will be negative. And then finally, that one will be positive. Only one negative sign can be inside that bracket. Now we need to take 3y and square it. If you square 3y, in other words, 3y multiplied by 3y, that will give you 9y squared. And that will be the answer for this question. Okay, one last example. X cubed minus 1 over x cubed. Again, this is difference of 2 cubes. X cubed is a cube. 1 over x cubed is also a cube. And so we need our brackets. There's a minus sign there, so we know that the minus will come in the first bracket. Then we need to take the cube root. Cube root of x cubed is x, and cube root of 1 over x cubed is 1 over x. And then to get our terms there in the second bracket, we need to take x and square it. So what is x squared? That will give us x squared. Because there is a minus sign in the first bracket, we know that we will have positive signs only in the second bracket, so that should be a positive. And then we need to take these two now, take this number x and take this number 1 over x and multiply them by each other. So those terms are multiplied by each other. What is x multiplied by 1 over x? The answer is 1. Then the last part, we need to take the 1 over x and square it. And that will give us 1 over x squared. And that will be the answer for this one as well.